This is Wander001 with a review that's a little different than what I normally do. This is a review of the Dyson DC28 Animal. It's a vacuum cleaner that specializes in getting up animal hair. If you have pets, you kind of want to get that hair off the carpet and couches and things like that. No matter who you are, you kind of need a vacuum cleaner. The Dysons are touted as being very good vacuum cleaners. I've used all sorts of different vacuum cleaners with my night job that I put myself through college with. Dirt Devils, Oryx, things like that. This was my first Dyson and my first at-home stand-up upright. Normally I had a canister style vacuum. I'm going to start right off with saying this is not a cheap vacuum. Even though the DC28 here is an older model, it's still going to run you about $500 unless you can find it on sale somewhere cheaper. So I'll get started with the general specifications of this. It is 42.1 inches in height, going up to that little red dot up at the top there. It is 13.5 inches in width, and that's the base of the actual vacuum cleaner there, the brush, and is 14.3 inches in depth. Obviously, again, that's at the base from the start of the brush to the rollers, the wheels on the back. You'll notice the DC28 is not one of the ball pivoting ones that has the easy swivel and lower profile for getting under furniture. The one thing that I didn't like about that particular model over this model was that the swivel balls all have a slightly smaller canister than the ones that just have the wheels in the back. And while I'm on the canister, let's see if I can zoom a little bit. The canister has a capacity of 0.61 gallons. Now, as you can see, there's a black line on the side of the canister here, which I'm going to zoom in on. That's actually the max fill line. So you're not going to fill this up to the tippy top of the canister, and part of that is due to the cyclone technology, because it's a closed unit, so you have to have space to create the suction and all that fun happy stuff there. Also, I'm going to zoom in a little more. It might be a little difficult to see right now, but there is white dust built into the, well, not built in, as part of the perforations there right now. That's because I've kind of been using it quite a lot, and the white dust is a fine dust that I got when I was respackling and sanding one of our rooms here. So if you have a very fine dust, it kind of makes its way into that top portion there. You can take it apart and clean it out, and I've just been lazy and haven't done that yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom back out so you can see the top of the cyclone there, and the handle to the bin. The handle is actually how you want to grab and move this vacuum cleaner. It's quite a heavy vacuum cleaner at 20 pounds. If we zoom out more and tilt it back, you'll see up by that red dot on the left, that is actually the quick draw telescoping reach wand. I'm going to show you on the back in a moment, but that's not what you want to grab and move this vacuum cleaner with, because it's not that sturdy. So we'll just go back down and swing around to the back. But before we do that, I'll zoom in again. There are attachments that come with this vacuum cleaner. Two of them are built in. One of them you can see, if I can get my hand in here. One of them is right here. That is the combination crevice and brush tool, and then here is the Stair tool. I will take those off and show you what they look like a little closer. Those are the only tools that go onto the vacuum cleaner. You do have other tools, such as the mini turbine brush here, which is used for couches to get pet hair off. And this guy here, which I'm not really a vacuum aficionado, so I don't know the names of the parts. I just know that to vacuum certain things, this is what I use it for. I use this in my kitchen for flat surfaces, even though the vacuum cleaner does vacuum bare floors. So we're gonna switch around to the back here. On the back, you can see that center column of silver is actually part of the quick draw telescope reach wand. It kind of neatly compacts itself there when not in use. Also, you will notice around that center point is the cord to this particular vacuum cleaner, which is 35.2 feet long. And using the wand as well, you have a total maximum cleaning reach of 52.2 feet. You'll notice down there in the lower left, that's actually the part that plugs into the wall. It has a little clip on it so that you can, once you've wrapped it around the vacuum cleaner, you can clip it to the cord itself so it doesn't get away on you. This is the one thing with the canister vacuums that I actually prefer over the uprights, because they have the self-winding cord. This one you kind of have to do yourself. We'll zoom it out again. As well with the cord, I want to just mention very top here and the down point here are the two spots where you wind it. This point here actually turns so that the cord can drop off. Also, if you attempt to pull that wand part out there while this is still tied off, you won't be able to yank it out. So what I'm going to try to do now is bring you a little closer, show you some of the parts, not at a distance, but I'm going to have to freehand with the camera, so hopefully it won't be too shaky. Okay, as promised, here's a close-up. Like I said, please forgive me. I'm attempting to do this lefty, so my right hand is free to do other things with the vacuum cleaner. Here you can see a close-up of the brush and head system. It is kind of tall, so it won't get under your bed if it's short, or couches for that matter, but you know, for everything else it's pretty good. Alright, here we'll do a close-up of the canister so you can see the max fill line there, as well as the finite particles that I was telling you about that got stuck there that I have to clean out. Here is your cyclone area. There is your handle. So if you're going to move this, you want to make sure you grab that. At the top of the handle, there is a red button which you push to pull the canister out. Again, if you push the red button when the canister is out, you can see that long red line that goes to the bottom here. That will drop the bottom of the canister out so you can shake out any dirt without having to actually touch it. On the right there and at the top, you can see the parts that connect to the vacuum cleaner here and here. These are rubber gaskets that I wasn't really sure about when I first got the vacuum cleaner. However, when it turns on, it does form a very nice seal and you don't have to worry about particulate getting out. Also down here we have what make up the HEPA system. You have a 2-filter system here. Pull this guy out. So that filter comes out of the plastic casing here. Rubber gasket again that connects to the side there. And then you have another filter which might look a little dirty because it's been a while since I've cleaned these. But that helps make up the 2-part filter system. And while I have the canister off, just to make it a little easier, these are going to be upside down for you and for me as well, but here you can see a power button and then individual buttons for settings of bare floor, short pile, medium pile, and deep pile. These are just different carpet lengths which will, you know, help you and the machine to vacuum more optimally. So we'll turn that to the side because I did promise to show you close-ups of the tools that were on board. So there is your crevice / brush tool, and here is your stair tool. These are the only tools that fit on the vacuum cleaner, and as you can tell, I just switched hands, so we're just gonna leave that alone. I'll flip it around again. To the back, here is the top portion, which, like I said, you can twist and drop down so that you undo the cord. Now, what I did forget to mention and show is, here I'll show it. You pop that open, and this is where the cord or telescoping tool comes in. The one problem with this that I find over an upright, or I'm sorry, this is an upright wood, the canister is the attachment here is kind of hard to finagle because as you can see, it's kind of long there, and there's no way of really shortening it up, because if you shorten it up, it goes back into the tube there, and you kind of do that by having it on the vacuum cleaner, because the tube sits back inside the organ. The telescoping part sits back inside the tube here, so you kind of have this long length of unusable or just kind of squirrely to use, but it's not that bad. Yeah, just swing back around to the front. So, all in all, it's not bad. It's an expensive vacuum cleaner, but it's a good vacuum cleaner. The last bit I will leave you with is I will show you how much power this uses, and then just to give you an idea of the vacuum's cleaning potential, I will vacuum the dining room, which is where this is sitting right now. My cats hang out in here a lot, so actually they hang out right here. So you kind of maybe can see some cat hair there. I'll clean that and show you how much is in the canister. But before I do that, I will show you power usage. In the upright mode here, when it's not having the bristles activated, it uses about 1,215 kilowatts. When the brush is activated, it uses 1,315 kilowatts. So all I did was a quick vacuum of my dining room. Like I said, just to kind of show just how much cat hair got picked up just from the one room. Like I said, it's an expensive vacuum cleaner, but it's a good vacuum cleaner. So if you're considering it, I would suggest, just bite the bullet, put down the cash. It's well worth the expense. You're going to have this thing for many, many years. I'm going on probably like 3 years now of, every other week using it, and it still hasn't had any problems. With that said, this has been Wander001 with my review of the Dyson DC28. And while I have this thing plugged in, I think I'm going to vacuum the rest of the house and make my wife very happy. Questions or comments? Leave them in the area below. And just if anybody was interested, that's roughly a 1,200 square foot home. All carpets with 2 cats. Yeah, I went a little bit over the max fill line there, but still had good suction. Just food for thought.